Hey, yes, guys. Oh, weird. How is everyone? How is everyone? I'm sat here doing my work, just typing away, minding your own business. Look to the side of his screen, and Javi's doing a press conference. Click on it. Wish I didn't. To be honest, I wish I did not do that. And this is it's mad how quickly football can change your mood in it. I did the video the other day, just kind of asking the question how bad the injuries are. Obviously, we know now with Tyler that he's out for the season. We didn't really know much on Willie and Wobert, although Phil Hay did a thing saying the scans were quite positive and it won't be lengthy injuries. We don't know what that means in terms of time. Javi's had his press conference and said it's probably going to be weeks. He said that. Of course it is. Ah. And then spoken about Sinistera and Rodrigo. Not fully fit, not sounded like probably not going to start. Probably might not even play by the sounds of it. Especially Sinistera. Guys, it's this that kills me, right? In terms of like the actual team, not off-field stuff, because I don't care. I don't really care about the off-field stuff. Like things you can't control off the field. I couldn't care less about. It don't bother me. Things on the field that you can't control, i.e., injuries, anger me. Performance is something you can change as a manager, as a member of a club. You can change that. Injuries, you can't. Once it's done, it's done. That's why I hate it. And you could tell Javi was paid off by it. You could tell his demeanour. He seemed a bit paid off with it all. With the international break, he kept bringing up, I've not had the players. What do you want me to do? And I agree with him. International break at this time in the season, when teams are relying on every player they have to be fully ready and fit in a relegation battle, which could be huge for the future of your club, but no, they have to go play away a few weeks in some meaningless games. Is what, isn't it? But I love international football when it comes to, I don't even mind it middle of the season, when there's nothing really riding on it. But at this point in the season, it's just annoying, to be honest. But it is what it is. The players are out. We've got to deal with it, and it's clear now, innit? From that, it's clear now. That's the situation, or is it? Or is it? Because I was thinking before I made this, I know from what I've watched from Javi so far, he does not give stuff away. He doesn't like to do it tactically. He's very, very tactical. He doesn't even speak about length of injuries. He doesn't talk about who's playing, who he would play. He doesn't even talk about players that could play in that position. He just says, yeah, they're good guys. End of. And I don't know. Obviously, I don't think we're going to see those players, Nonto and Woba, against Arsenal. Maybe not even against Forest. But there's a little bit in my mind, which is just. This is me trying to look positive. A little bit in my mind that's thinking, are they injured for that long? Or is he making other managers think they're not going to play? And then spring that on them? Because he's the type of coach who would do that, because that's how he is tactically. He won't give anything away. And with this, it's given quite a bit away. Although maybe it's already known. I don't know. It's interesting. Just from the way Javi is, you would never usually say, we'll miss them for a week, or for weeks, or games. You'd usually just say they're not available. We'll keep assessing them. Like with Tyler, he kind of just said with Tyler, he just said, we already know about Tyler. He said, we'll just assess it day to day. Probably won't play. Whether he'll play this season, we'll assess it day to day. With those guys, he was a bit more specific. I said it right. Is it tactical? He didn't speak anything on options. JB and Archie Gray. Look, we know they were not there for long. We know he's not had them for long. but you still know from his position who he's thinking of bringing off the bench or who he's bringing on in that position, fill in for the guys. He knows that fully. He's fully aware. But he kind of brought across that he wasn't. You mentioned they were on international duty. I have no idea. No, he does. Of course he does. Bill said with Cine and Rodrigo, they're not ready. They're not match ready. It's not. He doesn't usually say that. He does not usually say that. Don't believe everything he said in this press conference. He's very smart. Look, they could all be injured and he could be telling the truth and he's probably just annoyed with international duty. That's probably what's happening. But there's also a little bit of me who thinks, we'll see. I could be chatting out my backside. But regardless, let's move on to Arsenal. Yeah, it's one of them, innit? There's a big possibility after this game we could be in the bottom three, I believe. Can we be potentially? But there's a big possibility in this game because the teams around us are playing each other. We're playing top of the league. If we don't get anything, the teams around us, one of those teams playing each other, will get something. We could move down significantly. And that married with the potential injuries, I was going to say potential until I see it. Until they don't line up against Forest or Palace, I'm saying potential. They're probably injured, but you never know. But those mixed together, the narrative could be then the negativity will come back. We're near the bottom. We lost these players. We're screwed. I'm not going to live like that because I just won't be happy and I won't do uni work, which I have to do. I'll just be sitting here like this, annoyed. So I'm just going to watch the game, just look at what I think we're doing well, what we can improve on, what we could take into Forest and Palace. Yeah, I'm not going to look at this and try and marry up the injuries with the performance because I don't think that's fair. I think we have to go on the next 4 games, what we get out of the next 4 games. You know, the last 4 games we got a good chunk of points. You know, take the cup away, we got 7 points. What's the next 4 from that? Because this is the area now where we have to get getting points in chunks. It's not necessarily an individual game. You know, you take Arsenal out of it and then you beat the other 2, or you get 4 points against the other 2. You get a point in the game after. It's not that bad. You know, you got 7 points in this and 5 points in that. You know, do the math. 12, by the way, I do know. Yeah. That's the type of you need to be targeting. So I'm not going to take the individual game from Arsenal and marry it up with the potential injuries and say, well, we're doomed. Obviously, if those injuries are like what he's saying, which I'm still not 100% sure, it's just me trying to be positive. But it is a worry, of course it is, like, obviously. But Javi's the type of coach for me where it's not about the players, it's more about how the system works. And I still think there's a core group there. With Firpo, like, people saying Woba's not in there, so that will affect Firpo and maybe Cork. Yeah, obviously. With Woba not in there, he's not there. But from what I've heard from Firpo speaking in the Leeds podcast and other various sources, bless him. It's so I love those podcasts. It's so, what's the word, like, wholesome. Same Firpo, just saying he's happy. You like him just saying he feels happy now. Like, that just feels good, honestly. Like, because, you know, people have got to talk to each other, people have got to feel good, and people don't always feel good. People are not always happy with the situation they're in, and it's good to see him in. I think with Woba not being there, that won't affect him. I think now, with this system, by what Firpo's been saying, he's so much happy with the system, and everything he does is based on the system. I don't necessarily think it's based on being Woba being there. Obviously, the team as a whole has improved with Woba being there. But him individually, I don't think necessarily relies on Woba being there. Maybe that's the situation with Cork, I'm not sure. But with Junior, I still think we'll see that Junior for me, just based on the formation we're playing, the tactics we employ with him. I just think it helps him out so much. But yeah, obviously you've not got Willie or Tyler, which is just stab in the heart, really. But like I said, he didn't talk about options in the midfield, really. I don't know. Is Willie going to miss weeks? Is Wober going to miss weeks? Maybe, but I'm still not 100% because Javi's a smart guy. Or maybe he's just fed up and he was telling the truth 100%. We'll see. Look, let's not get over frustrated when we don't beat Arsenal. Look, we could easily get no. We could there's a situation where you can get something. I said easily. What an idiot. There is a situation where you can get something against the top teams. Like they've not won every game this season. They've drawn and lost to teams they should be beating. That's a fact. But let's also not forget how good they are, and they are extraordinarily good. But this is Premier League football, and I never say these players will not do it because we've seen them do it. We know they are capable. It's going to be extremely difficult, and we need a lot of luck to go in our way. We didn't have the luck in the international break. We need the luck now. We need a lot of luck. We need Arsenal not to be on it, and we need to be on it. Our tactical plan needs to be almost perfect to beat this team because they are that good. And that's the facts. If that happens, we can get something. But even if that happens, you might not get something against Arsenal. That's it. But you've got to go into every game, and you've got to take it as a... This is a good situation for us to get something in. Every game is. We can get a point. We can get 3 points. We can set up tactically, and we can get something from it. That's what the mentality of the players has to be, and it will be. Having said that, if we don't get something, the players won't be downbeat. They'll be ready for the next game and the next game after that. 2 games at home, they'll know then. In that, I know Javi takes it game to game, but as a human, you know who you're playing. You know when you're playing them. You know those next 2 games after that are big chances to get 6 points. And those players will want that. They're all saying they're confident. They're all saying we don't think we're going to get relegated. They're extremely confident on that. But those are the games where those are the games you want to win. You want to win every game. But you're more annoyed if you don't win those games than the Arsenals and the Cities, obviously. So let's see. I don't know. I'll never say we're not going to do it because we could. Is it going to be extremely difficult? Yes. Like, come on, let's not be. Yes. Yes. You could get. Any team could get bad in this game. Absolutely battered. Any team could. It's as simple as that, innit? Any team could get bad. But there's also a way you can win. Because they've not won every game this season. They've dropped points they shouldn't have dropped. And Arsenal fans will probably tell you that. We've dropped points against probably the lower sides in the league. I can't remember on my head, but I'm pretty sure they have. Did Bournemouth get a point? Beat them? I can't remember. But we've just got to go in with this. We're a level head. But it is what it is. If we lose, it is what it is. We've got 2 or 3 days until Forest at home. Let's beat them. Let's get something from that. Then you go the weekend. You're at home again against Palace. 2 back-to-back games against teams around you. Let's go win that. So I'm all right. I just hope I hope Javi's playing games, but he's probably not. You never know. But yeah, I appreciate the support. Let me know what you guys think. I'll go through the comments of the last video and please leave a like because players are injured and that makes me sad. And I have work to do and it's horrible. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I appreciate the support.